Donnie and Dolly, the team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Of all of our generic music, I think I like this the best.
Yeah.
Today,
I'll burn you a CD.
Thank you. Wednesday, all of our guests are brought to you by, and that includes Ron Toigo standing by, the Alberni Power and Marine RPM Group. Located in Port Alberni, Alberni Power and Marine is one of Vancouver Island's most trusted boat dealerships, the largest Mercury Marine dealership in Canada. Their service team just won for the fourth straight year a customer satisfaction index score above the national average. Make your appointment for the 2022 boating season at albernipowermarine.com. I don't know why I always do this, but I do. I get the Washington and St. Louis Stanley Cup victory years mixed up. 2019.
Well, look what we've been through. Bubble and this and that. COVID. It's confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. Just me. A lot of people are ripping into me about saying I want to see Edmonton go far because of.
We get ripped all the time. It's a natural event here.
Delaney's OK Tire and Langley inbox. Andrew from Burnaby, as a Canucks fan, I would like to see McDavid succeed, but not with the Oilers. We'll see what happens as his career goes on. All right, Vancouver Giants. Their season is over. They upset Everett in 6 games, round 1, an 8 seed knocking off a 1 seed. Never happened before in the Western Hockey League. Then beaten by Kamloops in 6. No one thought the Giants would come anywhere near, would come close to beating Everett, which they did, or come close to knocking off the Kamloops Blazers, which they did. Ron Toigo, Giants majority owner, joins us now. How are you, Ronnie?
I'm good. I thought we would.
Yeah. Yeah, you must be proud. You must be extremely proud of your team.
Yeah, I am. It's it was such a weird year with COVID, suspensions, quarantines. It's just one thing after another, and then the injuries we got. By the time we got to the playoffs, we were missing 6 regulars out of our lineup, and then to see what they achieved, they just bonded together. I think Michael Dick did an unbelievable job of coaching the team to the strengths that they had, and everybody believed in it. And once we won that game in Everett in overtime, there was a lot of belief in that room, and things kind of took its course after that.
Hey, Ron, he's so talented. He's been called on by Hockey Canada. You just mentioned Michael Dick. What's in his future?
He's got a bright future. I think, I definitely see him coaching in the NHL one day. And, he's such a great communicator. And, that's a bit of a cliche thrown around these days, but finding guys that really are is very difficult. And the way things are today, especially with the younger players, they're much different than they were 10 years ago, much different than they were 5 years ago. The technology that they're faced with today, and how the personalities evolve compared to what they were in the past. And, Michael's got a son that's the age that our kids are, that's played junior hockey as well. So he understands what they're going through more than others. And they believe what he's saying, and you can see the results from it.
Hey, Ron, you've got 3, I believe, ex-Giants taking part in the Battle of Alberta. Brett Kulak, Milan Lucic, Evander Kane. You got Bowen Byram with the Colorado Avalanche. What sticks out for you when it comes to their performances? And are you in touch with them at all at this important time of year?
Yeah, actually, I have. And got Martinic in Carolina as well.
Yeah.
So
Martinic,
a few guys around. But, I'm really proud of Evander, how he's pulled things together, and it's all about Evander's on the ice performance now, and I think he's learned a lot on the Twitter stuff and all that, and really cooled it down, and showing what he is, showing the character that he actually has, and what he's doing there, and Brett, what he's doing. How he's evolved to be a pretty good NHL over the last number of years is great to see. And Luch is Luch. He's, what you get from Luch. He's still the most popular, probably the most popular guy on the team there. You saw in the overtime when he's on the ice that you could hear the crowd. And Just seeing Bo play in Colorado. I mean, it was doubtful that he was even going to be able to play this year, and see him last night, how poised he was, and he plays more of a controlled game, so he's not putting himself in those high danger zones that he was in the past. And no, it's a lot of fun, and I don't cheer for teams anymore. I cheer for our guys to have success, and it's fun to do.
Ron, got to ask you, Abbotsford Canucks first year down the road from Langley. How did that affect you? Weekends, the gate, fans. What was the effect of the Abbotsford team for you in their first year?
Well, not as much as your tweet. I'd say people calling me to pick them up at the airport this week. I feel like I'm an Uber driver.
But did it have an effect? Because I don't think you were doing cartwheels when it was announced that they were getting a team in Abbotsford.
Rick, it's really hard to say it. It definitely had an effect. Our attendance was down significantly, but it had something to do with the Abbotsford. It had something to do with the performance of the team. It had something to do with the COVID, the quarantines, the people having to have passes. There were so many things going on this year. It's really hard to really pinpoint what the issues were. But next year we'll get a better read on it. We hope to be a better team next year. And this playoff run certainly put us back on the map.
Yeah.
We were over 4,000 for the last couple of games, and the place was rocking. The atmosphere was there, and anybody that were at those games certainly had a good time, regardless of whether we won or lost.
I still remember you coming in the studio with Donnie and I way back when. I think it was in 1999 when we had the radio show that lasted 6 weeks. You came in. You've owned this team since day one, Ron. Is the passion to own it, is it still there for you? You see yourself owning this team for many more years?
Oh, absolutely. It's just the evolution of each group, how they come along, and and enjoying the guys when they move on, to whatever they do. But watching playoffs in the NHL, when you got a lot of guys out there that went through your system and are contributing in so many ways, it's very rewarding just to be able to watch that.
Well, Fabian Lysell, he's feisty. We saw him in the
love that
series.
guy.
Is he going to be back, Ron? Or?
It's up to Boston, but boy, he was worth the price of admission. He's such an entertaining guy. Not many guys can change pace and change directions on a dime like he does at that top speed. And I can't think of the last guy that could do it at that pace was probably Gilbert Brulé. But
wow.
He's he certainly has some of those European tendencies, but he was certainly a big part of our run we had. And Zach Osachek, our captain, how he elevated his play was something that we all believe Zach's a hell of a player, but he took it to a level that none of us saw coming. And the Ottawa Senators got to be extremely happy with his development over the year. And Zach might stick with the Ottawa Senators next year with what he's just done.
Yeah, and Red Wings have to be happy with Alex Cotton as well, who I know you missed at the end of your run. Hey, Ron, thanks for this. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
You bet.
All right, take care.
You bet. Ron Toigo, a majority owner of the Vancouver Giants.